let's get into this because you guys been bashing us about trans and stuff, so we're definitely gonna keep talking about it because it's big on the news right now, especially in Congress. I forgot what his name, but they're talking about in Idaho banning it. It banning sports, boys and girls sports. So, yeah. What happens when former transgender teens regret their irreversible surgeries? In 2026, the answer is playing out in U.S. courtrooms. At least 23 detransitioners have sued, claiming doctors failed to explore alternatives or warn about lifelong effects. Are hospitals liable when regret resurfaces years after surgery? Chloe Cole's lawsuit against Kaiser Permanente and Luca Hines' case in Nebraska have become rallying cries. In this America's turning point on gender care, legal experts say single verdict for a detransitioner can upend how pediatric gender dysphoria is treated. Why are so many cases dismissed? Statutes of limitations, damage caps, and sky-high expert costs. 50,000 plus. Block many claims. Meanwhile, 19 states are suing the federal government over transgender care bans, and major hospital systems have started pausing surgeries for minors. Will courts demand stricter mental health screening before surgery, or will they side with existing affirmation models? The outcome could impact thousands who should decide: patients, parents, doctors, or judges. The debate is far from over.
So wait, what? What happened? So they're upset.
Because at a young age, 13, minor age, before 18 years old, they go through something mentally and they don't feel like themselves. So when they go to these doctors, allegedly some of these doctors say, oh, you might have gender dysphoria. You might want to transition. You might have to society transition you and get onto these hormones, get onto these puberty blockers.
Oh, the
And
doctors suggested it.
allegedly, yes, that's what I've been hearing. And you see these detransitioners, people that transition at a young age because they, at a young age, don't know what's going on. They feel some type of way, emotions are flustering and stuff. And they possibly get to the parents too and like, hey, if you don't do this, they're going to probably commit suicide. That's what I'm hearing, but I don't know. I'm just observing what's going on. And, people feel like now at a certain age, they feel like, oh man, I was duped. I should have thought about this. Later on in life, it'll probably gender dysphoria will go away, and now I can't change my body back. I can't have my private parts back because I cut it off and stuff, and that's irreversible. I don't care what anyone says. The puberty blockers are irreversible, and it's sad for the younger people that you know didn't have expert opinion or didn't have the right path to go into like mental health screening or psychiatrists or what the fuck is it called, therapists, people to actually talk them through it. Like, don't go straight into this medical procedure that is fucking damaging to your body, and you having shit cut off on you. I forgot what's the medical term for it, but like, you know, just really transitioning into that other sex, and they're at a young age. For people that are over 18, okay, do it. Because at that certain age, your mind is all together. You feel some type of way.
Really is
20 years
not
old.
yet. That frontal lobe's still developing, but you're
Hmm.
closer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To it. But I think, wow, I didn't even know you could get a surgery at 13. That's crazy. That's really young.
Yeah. And it's scary for these kids. Over 20 U.S. medical centers have paused gender affirming surgery for minors since late 2025. I think in California they like silently just stopped it ever since the Trump administration came in. The 2024 UK CAS report prompted several European countries to limit medical interventions for gender dysphoria. The Department of Health and Human Services now advocates psychotherapy at first line treatment for youth. Chloe Cole's lawsuit is among the first to survive dismissal and move toward trial in California. Damage caps in states like Nebraska and New York severely restrict financial recoveries for plaintiffs. And that's the thing, too. They give it out, like the insurances, they pay out and not out of pocket from the people that want to get the surgeries, and they go through it. It just seems like it's a test for these doctors to do it. There was one story where the person felt like a test dummy. Like doctors are coming in, like, oh, look at this magnificent job I did, while the person's in complete fucking pain down there, pain over here, and it's just pain, complete pain. And these procedures aren't safe at all, and they're irreversible. And when you come to your right mind at a later age, there's nothing you can do. You can't have kids, you can't produce offsprings. I don't know, man, but like at this point you just can't do this to these kids, honestly. um I don't know if you had other thoughts about it, Jess, but
No, that's it. You said everything.
yeah. So I'm ready for the backlash, because for sure people are just gonna backlash because we transgender people. We're not bigots, bro. We're being legit concerned about these kids at a young age, being pushed into these procedures for what? Profits, for a message, or fucking I don't know. Guys. But keep your kids informed about it. Stay informed yourself. Parents, don't be mind fucked about something you don't truly understand too. Get all perspectives, all opinions from other people on the internet, and not just one-sided, and go along with transitioning your child, especially society too. Like mentally, that's fucking up their mind. I don't know. Comment below your thoughts. What do you guys think about that?